Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, accompanied by Queen Taylor, and hold on. Oof.
You okay?
Had a little nut in my throat.
A nut?
Yeah, it's gone now. Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
Don't worry about it. But anyways, today we're going to be taking a look at a Patreon winner this week.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, this was on our Spin the Wheel, and this is Dylan Moran on the difference between men and women. Totally.
I recognize his face.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he's also an actor.
In what?
He's in Run, Fat Boy, Run.
I've never seen that
I
movie.
love that movie. It's got Simon Pegg, who I absolutely love. I think he's hysterical. He's in it. That's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's very funny.
Never in my life.
We'll watch it.
Okay.
I'm 96% sure that's him.
What if it's not him?
There's 4% chance it's not.
So you guys,
I'm pretty sure.
Let's hop on over the video and let's see another men versus women video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's go. This time from a male perspective.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Coming back to back with Sarah Millican.
You know, women are...
What the fuck is that? What is
right
this?
off the bat.
Right off the bat. What? 1, 2? What is that?
And he's got like Edward Scissorhands going on. I'm intrigued.
All right, buddy. All right, Dylan.
But you know, women are more supportive of one another around children. If a woman gets pregnant, you know, other women pitch in and they sort of talk about it, and it's far more useful. You know, when men are about to have a child, if they have young male single friends, they're not so good. You know this. You know, your male friends arrive and they stand there and they look at you and they come and see the baby and they don't really know how to deal with it. You know, they don't get it because they go, well, I'm here, you know, your house is a medley of disgusting smells. There's nothing to eat. Everybody's wearing bathrobes. There's no bar. I can't fuck anybody. Why am I here? Women tend to be more mature. You know, men look at breasts the way women look at babies. Oh, isn't that lovely? And if a woman gets pregnant, all the women she's ever met in her whole life will appear from all corners of the earth to support her by telling her horror stories of all the pregnancies they've ever heard about. It's fantastic what you're doing. I love the way you're handling this. It won't be like what happened to Michelle. What? What happened to Michelle? Oh, did I say Michelle? I didn't mean to mention that. I'm sorry. Don't worry. She was a fool. She ate vegetables and drank water. The baby came out her ear. You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Nothing will happen to you.
Did that ever happen to you?
I never got horror stories. No, people were very supportive for sure.
Yeah.
I knew of horror stories prior to ever getting pregnant, like horror stories that friends have had, but nobody ever mentioned them while I was pregnant.
I would always get like the congratulations, Steve. And that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. No advice, no nothing. You definitely got a lot more advice.
I did. And
to our detriment.
Yeah, it's nice, but it's also like, thank you.
Do things my way.
But I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the second. People can't wait to find out you're pregnant because then they're like, oh, I've been holding on to this advice. I've been needing to give it to someone.
It's
and
been
you're
a
like,
weight on my shoulders.
You. Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny.
You. Does it come with a receipt?
She can't sit down now. Nobody in the family talks to one another. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Men remain envious of women, despite what women think. Men would like to be female sometimes, to understand things more, to have access, to have the freedom to ask these questions that women say every day. Why did you put the wet towel on the bathroom floor? Well, you left it there. Why did you do that? Well, me and the guys were talking about it over a period of weeks, you know, in the bunker. And we figured that was the best place for it. It wouldn't work in the kitchen.
What?
Oh, God.
What is this?
The questions that everybody asks now are the questions that everybody has always asked about each other. You know, you still hear all this stuff. What do women want? As though it's really mysterious, as though it's a big deal. All a woman wants is what anybody wants. You know, friendship and companionship and respect and a certain amount of leadership with submission and a kind of cooperation at all times and a preemptive empathy and, you know, general telepathy. It's no big deal, is it? And then when the same questions are asked of men, what is it that men want? You're always told that it's really very simple. You know, it's something like lingerie. Now, historically, there hasn't been a big demand for male lingerie from women because there's a limited amount you can do with male genitalia. There's a limited amount you can do with anything that looks like it's hanging out of the side of a shark's mouth. And
You are
it doesn't
great.
really matter if you put a velvet gown around it. It's not going to do the trick.
Dylan, have you ever tried a tight sock? Have you ever tried a tight sock? Maybe a couple sizes too small.
Oh, God.
I'll do it. Wins every time.
It's like you already got a at the house banana hammock.
You know, just go for it, my man. And you really want a double whammy? Wear socks while you have the tight sock on. I think I've seen that in a movie. I honestly think it was a part of American Pie.
I think he wore whipped cream.
Oh, shit. I think it was whipped cream.
Not American Pie.
You know what the one I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, it
With
was like a
that
parody of it.
Yeah, that stupid kid.
It was whipped cream.
Oh, they were all over the place in the 90s.
Yeah, they were.
We're told that this is what men want, lingerie, you know? For women to look like cakes. It's not enough that you want to be with me and love me. You must first be a French fancy. And now, women don't want that. Traditionally, women have been attracted to uniforms. So it's not difficult to know what women want. Fascists, that's really what they're all after. Say what you like about Nazi Germany. They turned heads. Everywhere those stormtroopers went, check him out before he kills us. That happened a lot.
A little dark.
But sometimes I think it passes through the mind of heterosexual people that it might be easier to be gay. Because obviously, you know, there's apparently less responsibilities outside yourself. That's how it would appear sometimes. And also, you know, if you're straight and you're pissed off or stressed out, what do you do, really? You know, you have an extra piece of cake or a couple of drinks you shouldn't really have. If you're gay, you can go to a toilet and fuck a stranger. Now that has got to work some of the kinks out, hasn't it? Afterwards you must think, yeah, I can deal with my emails now. But because of that, then you get straight people disparaging gay relationships and saying, well, it can't be meaningful, you know, if you met in a latrine. But most heterosexual people in this country and around the world meet each other and get together with one another when they're totally, totally drunk. Smashed out of their minds, they could not spell their own face. And they go home with that person. You might spend months with that person, or a year, or you might have a family. This is what happens. This is how you meet. But you wouldn't buy a toaster when you're drunk. Because that's too important. It's got to be crispy in just the right way, hasn't it?
That's so
I think
funny.
that's why you see couples sitting with their new babies outside cafes and so on, drinking tea, looking at one another, looking to the pram, looking into the middle distance and back to one another because they're thinking,
Okay, I want to know what this is real quick because he said pram. And in the video we watched a couple videos ago of a Ren reaction, he said pram.
What the fuck is a pram?
I want to know what a pram is. That's the second time it's been mentioned tonight, and I'm very, very curious. So please.
A pram?
Thank you.
they're looking to the pram, looking into the middle distance and back to one another because they're thinking, oh, where the fuck happened? I just thought we were going to have a few drinks. Who's this guy?
It's kind of how we met.
Is it?
Yeah. Our first night together in a bar.
True, but we didn't meet that way.
No,
But that was our first going out.
that was our first going out
It was.
in a bar.
In a bar.
with some drinks.
In a couple bars and a lot of drinks.
And what happened?
I don't even know.
Where'd this little
Now
guy
we have a
come
kid.
from? Where'd he come from? Yeah,
That's funny.
that's funny.
And love is incredibly mysterious, as you know. And it's still the thing that troubles most people for a lot of their lives until they work it out, and which you may do eventually. You hear the conversations in the restaurants, the lovers speaking to one another, and it never really changes. People compete with one another as they're telling each other that they love each other. I love you. I love you. Yeah, but I really love you. I mean, I love you. I love pencils you have sucked and thrown away 20 years ago. I love your eyebrows and your ancestry and everything about you. Just eat your food and let me love you. Don't speak. And they don't know, of course, at the time that dialogue is just from a very bad science fiction film written by nature. Really what they're saying to one another is, the race must continue. The race must continue. My vidudium is pointing at your trinungulator. The race must continue.
We must reproduce.
And if they don't handle it properly, you see them 40 years later, the same people in the same restaurant, if you have the time. You go there and you see them and they communicate in a different way now, in middle age. In some cultures it's called silence. Unless I'm missing something and they're saying a lot with the fork hitting the plate. And if their eyes do meet this time, it's not intimacy, it's embarrassment. The man makes that noise as he chumps his chop. In his throat, a kind of horrible sound, this sounds like a Balkan curse. And the woman has her own noise of disquiet there. She's spearing her salad, like it sounds like a dove having a dump. And then they go home to the bed they've sheared. When you shear a bed, it's a difficult process.
Aww.
Oh. That ended abruptly.
Yeah, it did.
I was like, well, is there more to that?
Oh, he's funny.
He was funny. I was actually shocked.
I
have my plug in my hand.
for comfort.
This is my safety blanket.
He's like, oh no, we're doing something new.
I didn't even pop him out and show you guys because he was just here caressing me. Like
He
this.
was caressing.
He was
you.
holding my hand as we were getting through this.
He takes him out to dinner and longingly looks into his eyes while they eat. And he says, I love you and your ancestry and everything about you.
Just shut up and eat so I can love you.
It's a weird relationship, those two. Anyways, yeah, I didn't know what to expect from him. I thought I'd get a couple good chuckles out, but he's pleasantly funnier than I was expecting.
Yes, it was genuinely funny and very witty.
Mm-hmm. He delivered it very well.
Very well. And really liked it. I'm not delivering this outro very well.
That was weird. Very well.
Very well. Well done. That's my critique. Well done. This is class.
All right, with that.
Yeah, so you guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let us know about Dylan Moran, because Taylor says she's seen him in a movie. I have nothing. I'm surprised that this isn't massive.
Yeah, me too.
Because this was great.
I can't believe this was our first introduction to even his name when it came up in the wheel of winners. That there's not more people recommending him in our comments and in our playlist because this was good.
Maybe
diamond
in the
rough. This is totally good.
Totally. I didn't even see a totally.
Yeah, that was weird.
I didn't even get a totally out of this. But all right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed our reaction, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you haven't,
what are you doing?
Why not? Leave the why not down in the comments so we can discuss this. Because, really, I don't know what we're doing here. You've watched 10 of our videos. What's happening? I know. But anyways, thank you guys. Yeah, it's the long game. It's a special one. You're a pretty little bird, aren't you? But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.